Now, Candice and Charlene from Greenwise Skip Bins and Bags.
Yes.
Really interesting model. What did you think of their business and their goals?
Well, probably, unfortunately, I must say that was probably the one I think all the doctors agreed that we were struggling to see a long-term future, especially franchising model. I think they're very much in their infancy of that business model, and they're competing against markets that are very well established, as in the large skip bin companies, Greenwise and all those, who are already very competitively priced, very efficient, and their system seemed a bit inefficient because of the great recycling, sustainability aspect too, which is absolutely wonderful. But as far as a business model, it was going to be too labour intensive and that sort of thing. So I think they've got a few things to work on before they worry about trying to scale up.
I think so. I think it'd be a good idea just to frame some of the advice that was given to the ladies, because they went in and they were looking for advice on how do we set the business up now so that we can franchise it easily later. And I think your advice was don't bother at the minute. But I think we need to frame why you were given that advice. It's because in the first 3 years, your business model is going to change so much.
It does, so true, yeah.
There's no point in writing solid procedures, operations manuals, systemising it, because it's all going to turn on its head.
Absolutely, it is wasting a lot of time. I'm never against writing procedures, but to me, procedures should be bullet point. Especially at this stage. You can elaborate onto a beautiful manual later. But I think a few of the fundamentals of that business, I said at the moment, they need 2 people to go out to every pickup, one operating a lifter and that sort of thing. Straight away, that's a major flaw in the business model when everyone else has got one truck driver and the lifting and all that sort of thing is obviously automated or semi-automated. So I think that's the number one stumbling block is getting down to one person. And and I really didn't get a chance to talk to them about comparing their pricing structure to the incumbent bin operators. I'm gathering that they're competitive, but with that two people required to do the same job as one and a truck, it straight away doesn't stack up in my head. So,
but it's not stacking up for their own profitability and their own sustainability. I think there was a lot of discussion around as well that there was a lot of time being spent on recycling the pickups that wasn't translating into revenue or profit. And although it's a dynamite model and people are very current topic on sustainability, it could be seen as a different business model, maybe a not-for-profit model. Well, the skip bins was made the profitable model, and where did the two fit in? And that is a beautiful, nice concept, but is the money there to sustain your own business long term? So there's a lot of discussion around that.
Again, it's a wonderful thing they're doing, that sustainability aspect, but again, it's manual. As soon as people are involved, they cost money. And whatever hourly rate, we all know that's what kills a business is labour, and it's your biggest overhead, generally speaking. So again, that was a major flaw in it, whilst it's beautiful. And the other thing they said that their plan was, as they scale up, they have a central sort of recycling. But then I pointed out that if that's, for example, up at Wanneroo, someone down at Byford and a franchisee is going to drive from Byford to Wanneroo to drop off a couple of bags so it can be recycled. That's completely unviable, So there were a few little holes in it like that was a bit alarming, I guess.
Yeah. And I think the other piece of advice came from, they were looking for advice on marketing. And I think it was David and yourself who pointed out that, they are the marketing. They're the passion behind the business. They've got the energy. They've got the story. And if they would just, turn up on somebody's doorstep, talk about their business, get some free PR around it, but to lock in some repeat business. So lock in some contracts. Go and find 10 customers who's going to lock in a year's worth of your services that's going to give you a guaranteed revenue for the first year to make sure that component is sustainable. Your cash flow, you've got revenue. Make sure you lock that in first before go out and promote the whole sustainability. Even though it's a bit of a draw card and it's a really
feel good
hot topic at the minute, and really a lot of people are talking about. A lot of people are interested in it. But David was just saying, lock in that revenue first. Make sure your own business is sustainable before you start.
Yeah.
Even
if that means, as you sort of saying, Lorraine, even if it means modifying where you ultimately want to go with the sustainability to get that underlying. So ideally, those contracts would pay the bills and give you even a basic wage, and then you just add to that. And marketing-wise, again, I know they've only been going 6 months or so, But when I Google searched them, I couldn't even find them putting in their exact business name. I know they changed their name once already. So some fundamental issues they need to sort out. Their website wasn't that brilliant in my mind. And I eventually found them on page 3 via the South African Association or something. So again, they're not visible to the public. I was even thinking, as we're talking then, that the business model for advertising and marketing would be good to maybe go to like community events, fairs and that sort of thing, and have their trailer and everything on display, even picking up some of the rubbish in there and doing a favour for the privilege of being there. But then, as you said, giving them the opportunity to talk to the clients.
I think they did really well just before Christmas. They managed to do one of the Christmas Carol events, which was great branding. And then they offered, Boxing Day rubbish pickup, which everybody needs, right, for all those Christmas shopping. But they have the passion, they have the energy, they've got a nice idea. Just a few. I think they were giving really, really solid advice. And hopefully we'll see where they pan out.
That one will be really interesting to see if they're, how they look in 12 months. I
think they'll succeed whatever they do.
Yeah, they certainly, as you said, they had some fire in their belly.
Oh yeah, some fire in their belly.